Alright, hello everyone. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Whoever you are, wherever you're watching this, whenever you're watching it, thank you for taking the time to do so. What I'm going to be doing here is basically, I'm just going to be, so on my YouTube channel, in the description it says in the description of my YouTube channel it says how, I've had a YouTube account for almost, 10 years now, which is pretty crazy. It was September of 2006 that I created it. And of course YouTube had its 11th birthday back in April, since it was created in April of 2005. But what I'm going to be doing here is, over the years I've subscribed to a lot of different channels, and currently right now, if you see me looking over here, it's because I have another computer pulled up where it has subscriptions, my subscription. So and it's going to help me with what I'm doing here with this video. I'm basically going to go through some of my subscriptions, obviously not all of them because this video would take forever. This video probably is still going to take forever because I could talk about this stuff all day. So yeah, I'm just going to go down through some of the people I'm subscribed to and talk about, like, why I follow them and kind of what they mean to me and stuff like that. So it goes alphabetically. First up is Adam Koralik. That's pretty embarrassing. I can't pronounce his last name since I've been subscribed to him for a couple years. But yeah, his name's Adam Koralik. He does video game kind of stuff. He's basically a collector of video games, both games and consoles. So he goes like around the world and shops online for stuff, tries to get like bargains for rare video games and unique video games, and tries to get like complete sets for different video game, like for different games of a console, I guess. And he also just knows a lot about video games, so he has discussion videos where he talks about them and stuff like that. And he's also from Chicago, Illinois, so that's pretty cool, because I'm 45 minutes from Chicago. So shout out to him, Adam Koralik. Another one, Armchair Directors. There's these two guys who are they're basically independent. They basically do stuff with film, so they've done directing, acting, editing, producing their independent films in the past, and these guys go through and they review, movies, trailers, new stuff as well as old stuff. I actually found out about them, I think, almost exactly 2 years ago, because they had reviews of Lord of the Rings, which is like one of my favorite like franchises, especially growing up. So that's how I found out about Armchair Directors. They deserve way more subscribers than they have. Let's see, how many do they have right now? They're at exactly 6,000, which is still, I mean, it's still a lot, but they deserve way more. They put out great content, so follow them. Big Think is next on the list. It's like they interview people, Bill Nye, and they basically ask like philosophical questions, and intellectual questions that are pretty deep and important for humanity, those kind of questions. And they're pretty big. Bootleg Kev, he's an interviewer. I think he's based out of like Arizona or Nevada or something like that, but he has his own radio station, or is like the head honcho at that radio station. And yeah, if you're into like rap music and you're looking for good interviews, check him out. Again, his name's Bootleg Kev, so that's BOOTLEG and then space KEV, Bootleg Kev. Breakfast Club, another channel that interviews, another radio station, 105.1 I think it is. They're based out of New York. They interview hip-hop artists as well as comedians, you know, anything. They've had Dr. Oz on the show before, just like anyone who might be like important. They've had some politicians, stuff like that. They're pretty big, and I've been following them since high school probably, so good like 4 years or so now. Cactus Casual is another one. He only has like a few hundred subscribers. The reason I'm into him and how I found out about him is because he is basically your go-to source of anything Digimon. He reviews Digimon seasons, you know, the new Digimon reboot stuff that came out at the beginning of the year, Adventure 1, Adventure 2. You know, he reviews that kind of stuff, and you know, a couple Christmases ago, Christmas 2013, my sister got me Digimon Tamers, which is season 3 of Digimon. It's incredible. You should check it out. And he reviewed that, and so that's like how I got into him. Was I just searched on YouTube, you know, season review, and he broke it down so very well. And if you like Digimon, check him out. Cactus Casual is the name, all one word. Another person, Chase O. This is actually someone I know in real life. He is currently going into his sophomore year of college. He goes to Purdue, and he posts vlogs. So just kind of day in the life stuff. I subscribed to him last summer, just because you know, I went to Purdue, and you know, he started posting videos right around the time he went to BGR, which is the kind of like the what's the word? I can't believe I can't think of it. It's like the introducing ceremony. That's not exactly what it's called, but it's like where you go in as a freshman, and orientation, that's the word. Freshman orientation. Anyway, he started posting videos from that, and you know, I think that's really cool because I know vloggers, you know, vlogging's pretty popular now. I know vloggers who I follow online. I'll get to a couple of those later, but he's like the first person who I actually know kind of in real life. I mean, we haven't spoken in years, but I've known him. I just know him from high school, and you know, the fact that he does vlogs I think is really cool. And yeah, so shout out to Chase O. I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm not going to try. I'll probably butcher it. Next up, Dead End Hip Hop. I've known about them probably for like 3 years, since like early on in college. It's these 4 guys, 5 guys including the cameraman Rod. You know, shout out Mike Seatown, BZ, Ken, and FIFO, and Sophie, and anyone else who's affiliated and doing content with Dead End Hip Hop. They're awesome. They do reviews. They also have like ask segments where people write in and then they talk about discussions. They recently did a Black Lives Matter discussion video. Very interesting stuff. And they're great. It's just four different personalities coming together at a table, reviewing hip hop stuff, which is really cool. So shout out to them. They recently, a few months back, hit like 100,000 subscribers, so that's really cool. Congrats. And then right after that, Dead End Sports. A few of the guys from Dead End Hip Hop started a channel, Dead End Sports, with the host 12 Kyle. Shout out to him. And every week they have a podcast that goes live on YouTube. I don't exactly remember the exact date and time when they do that. I think it's on Tuesdays. Tuesday nights they post, and they just talk about sports. All different kinds of sports. They're mainly geared towards like basketball, football, on both college and professional level. But they delve a little bit into baseball, a little bit into golf, anything really. So shout out to them. DJ Vlad, another channel I'm subscribed to. Vlad is a DJ, hence the name DJ Vlad, or he was a DJ. I don't know if he still is. He does interviews with artists and rap artists and people like that, which is really cool. He even, outside of hip hop artists, he interviewed like Kevin Federline recently, which is cool. I haven't heard about that guy in like years, so that was really cool. And yeah, shout out to him. He's of course infamous for posting Slim Jesus interviews, where people are like, oh, this guy must, Vlad must be Slim Jesus' dad or something like that. That's why he keeps posting Slim Jesus interviews, which is funny. But yeah, that's another channel. I mean, I could, I'm trying to like not make this video too long, so I'm going to skip around. Let's see, Hard Knock TV, another channel that does interviews and stuff like that. Again, with like hip hop artists, things like that. Very cool. They've interviewed like Logic and Hopsin, which are like two of my favorite artists, so that's really cool. Hellfire Comms, shout out to them. They are sorry, I'm trying to process this stuff. I found out about them like 4 or 5 years ago when they did like a Kingdom Hearts playthrough. They do like video game playthroughs, and that's like the core of what they do. So they consistently do that. And the two main guys on there that, Tom64 is like the main guy, and then the Hell Dragon. Tom64, of course, is over in the UK. And then the Hell Dragons in the States, and then they got like a bunch of other guys. I'm not even going to try to remember to name them, because I'm probably going to leave someone out or, butcher a name or something like that. But they mainly do video game playthroughs. They also occasionally do commentaries over movies, and like I watched like a couple of Pokemon movie commentaries that they did, which was really cool. But yeah, I found out about them because of their Kingdom Hearts 1 playthrough a few years back, it was like 4 or 5 years ago. Hopsin TV, of course, is the official channel of the rapper Hopsin, so I definitely follow him. Ian Eastwood, he's the dancer who I've done covers for, a couple of them at least, and I won't talk too much about Ian, but he's from Chicago, which is again super cool. He does a lot. He started out, just doing dance classes and things like that throughout his teenage years, and now he's like doing like productions and directing for videos, and he's been doing that for years as well, but he's just branching out. He's a very creative mind, so he's constantly doing new things, which is really cool. And I know that because I follow him on Facebook as well, so it's pretty cool. IGN, it's like the biggest gaming outlet. Anyone who knows video games knows IGN, biggest like video game outlet in the world, really. They've got millions of subscribers. shout out to everyone at IGN who does the podcast up there. And, you know, Game Scoop is like my favorite thing to watch on IGN. Of course, Beyond, Unlocked, Nintendo Voice Chat. They had IGN Vault, which was like their Fallout podcast. Stuff like that. So I'm not going to name everyone at IGN because I'm probably going to leave someone out. But shout out to everyone up there. They're all awesome people doing their thing. So that's super cool. iJustine, I follow her. She does like vlogs basically. Yeah, that's like the core of what she does. Her channel's pretty funny. She does like cooking stuff occasionally, and she has her dog, Maddie, who is apparently now learning how to DJ, which is pretty cool. And you know, shout out to Jenna and Matt and anyone who's affiliated with iJustine. She's got a few million subscribers. Really cool. Does like vlogs, stuff like that. She's out in LA, I think. Grew up in Pennsylvania, apparently. Jay Hagholm Sports. This guy used to be known as the Dirty White Boy, I think, on YouTube. I followed him like way back in the day because he used to do like wrestling videos, and I still think he does that stuff. And he's done like a couple football videos, sports related stuff, but yeah, he, you know, I haven't followed him too much lately, but you know, I've stayed subscribed to him over the years, which is really cool. Next person shout out, JWCFREE. That's how you spell the channel. It's this kid named Sungha Young. He's this, Asian guy, I think Chinese, who plays like acoustic guitar, and he does covers of songs, and he also makes his own music. So, you know, he's got videos that have like tens of millions of views, and you know, he goes around and tours and, you know, makes his living that way, which is super cool. You know, I've known about him since high school. I actually made a CD mix of some of his acoustic songs to like listen to in the car sometimes, so that's pretty cool. Kinda Funny and Kinda Funny Games, like those are like my two channels that I'm really into. Shout out to all the best friends out there who may be watching this, you know, shout out to everyone at Kinda Funny, Tim, Greg, Nick, Colin, Kevin, all those guys. They left IGN, most of those guys, all those guys actually, and started up their own company a couple years ago, or at the beginning of 2015, I guess it was. They quit right at the end of 2014, beginning of 2015. Started their own company. They do Let's Plays. They do Game Over Greggy Show, which is the main podcast. P.S. I Love You XOXO. All that kind of stuff. And it's split between Kinda Funny, Kinda Funny Games. Kinda Funny Games is everything video game related. The Kinda Funny Games cast, hosted by Tim Geddes, let Tim host. And then Kinda Funny, you know, they got the Game Over Greggy Show and all that stuff on there. They're amazing. So if you haven't, you know, if there's any channel that I'm naming in this video that you should subscribe to, it's Kinda Funny and Kinda Funny Games. And shout out to everyone on the Facebook group as well, because I'm a pretty active member in there. Christine Steimer, who is Greg Miller's ex-girlfriend. She's super cool. I subscribed to her, you know, maybe like a year ago or something like that.